I wanted to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I know this is going to be a little late, but remember, you got this. Times can be hard, but you got this, baby. You are an amazing mom. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And I also need to thank Alicia, Christine, and Jen for the wedding gifts. We thank you so much. And we're utilizing every single one of them already. My husband would come on and thank you guys, but he really is super shy when it comes to stuff like this. But I wanted to thank everyone for sending us something for our wedding. And jump into the video. Hello all. So this might be a long clip, but hey, whatever. So on May 4th, I got married. Like officially got married. Here's my rings, just in case anyone's gonna ask. And in the green one, the band says to infinity and beyond. My husband's also says the same thing. So I have to fold all my laundry. It's like around me. And I'm going to be talking about the books that I have read recently. If my energy is low, I had gotten some completely horrible, terrible news yesterday. So my moods have been just going through the motions. If you hear my TV, sorry. I've been watching Zeldudes play different Zelda games. So the first book I'm going to talk about that I finished the first week of May was True Evil by Stein, Fear Street True Evil. It's the trilogy of the cheerleaders, the Killer Cheerleader trilogy. The first book was okay. The second book, I think, was my favorite. It's more atmospheric. Stein has the girls, mainly Corky, has her in the cemetery all the time because something terrible happens to her sister. And so she's there visiting her all the time. I think you can deduce what happened. And then one thing leads to another. You get a lot of more backstory about Sarah Fear in this trilogy, which I love, because Sarah Fear is one crazy business, but she's very interesting. I will say that. So yeah. Oh yeah, this is the shirt that he wore from my mom's. I don't have too much to say about it. It's a Stein book. I absolutely loved it. It was a 5-star. It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really couldn't put it down once the story just kept going and going, which is good, but I typically can't really put down a Stein book anyways. Something about his writing I really enjoy. I really love. So it's very rare that I'll find a Stein book that is lower than a 3-star for me. There have been a couple that have been a 1-star and stuff like that, but the majority of Stein books are 5 stars for me. It's just his writing. I like his writing. I love his writing a lot. The second book I'm going to talk about is For the Boys by Amanda Chapin. So this book is about, I think her name is Barkley Daniels, and the male is Brent Jean. So Barkley, or I'm just gonna call her Bex because that's what they call her in there in the book. So Bex is a really big fan of Brent Jean. Brent Jean is the hockey player. He is a LA Knight, I believe, in this one. Oh, sorry, he's a Warrior. So he first seen Bex across this way at this local, like, bar that everyone attends, and most of the hockey players attend this bar. And he sees her, and he finally gets up the courage to message her after he was at the bar one day or one night and noticed this dude roofing everyone's drinks. So he finally convinces the bartender to tell him where the drinks went, and turned out that it was Berkeley and her friends, and him and a couple of his fellow hockey players take her and her friends to a hotel. Like, they pay for the hotel for them to stay in so nothing happens to them, and they just leave them there. And then he finally tells her that him and his fellow teammates were the ones that got them the hotel and everything, got them safe and all that. And Berkeley's like, that's kind of strange. Like, are you trying to hold this over my head? And he's like, no, I really like you. So one thing leads to one thing leads to another, and they end up dating. Some of it fizzles out. He tries to make, because he's famous, he tries to, not knowing that he's doing it, he pushes, like, big events in her life aside and pushes his events in her face. But he learns his lessons, which is good. And I gave, For the Boys, I gave it a 4 stars. It was really good. It was a very good hockey book. I would highly recommend it. I believe it's a standalone. The next book I'm going to talk about is The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. So this is, I want to say, a spin-off of the Briar U series that she did. So in The Graham Effect, this is about Gigi and Ryan. Gigi is Garrett and Hannah's daughter from the first Briar U book, The Deal. And she is obviously a hockey player like her dad. And Eastwood and Briar have to do a merging because it's like the higher-ups of the school want them to merge. One thing leads to another. She ends up being with Ryan. They, like, strike up a deal, basically. So she ends up being with Ryan. She finds out that her sleazy-ass fucking ex-boyfriend, he just told her, oh, it was just a kiss. It was just a kiss. Turns out the motherfucker got a blowjob from some bitch when he was still with Gigi. She didn't find out till years later. And she's like, why didn't you tell me? He goes, because kissing is cheating to you. I feel her. Kissing is cheating. In my opinion, if you're with someone and you're looking at other women and talking to them and calling them baby, sweetie, hun, darling, like the pet names you would call your girlfriend, you're cheating, motherfucker. In my eyes. I know everyone's not that way, but to me, that's cheating. I gave The Graham Effect 5 stars. It's really, really good. I can't wait to see who else she does for this off-campus diary series. So the next book I read after that was Queen's Hope. It's a Star Wars book. It's number 3. Have I read the other 2? No. Do I own this one physically? Yes, but it's in California. I know you're getting tired of hearing that, but you're going to have to fucking hear it until I get my goddamn books. Okay? Okay, deal with it. Queen's Hope by E.K. Johnson. I gave it a 3 stars. It was good. Not my favorite Star Wars book. So this takes place right before the Clone Wars happen, and Anakin and Padme get married, basically. And then throughout the book, you get interjections of Mr. Hideous or Sidious or whatever you want to call him. I call him Mr. Hideous because the old man is freaking ugly. And then you get to see probably the down spiral. The next book is probably the down spiral of Anakin and how he becomes Lord Vader. But you slowly get to see it inside of Queen's Hope. But it's mainly just about Padme and how she's trying to get leverage on the Clone Wars and everything. So that's what that one's about. And then yesterday I finished Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher. I gave this a 4 stars. It was very good. It's a high 4 stars. I gave it a 4.75. Very, very good. Her mate is a shifter. He's a werewolf shifter, and he's this brooding, sexy man. They dated when they were younger, and then she follows him back to his clan, and she shouldn't have ever done that because there's a rule, because they did like these, when his dad was in power, like the main alpha, they did these things called blood war or something like that, and one clan member would kill another clan member as they did something that they weren't supposed to, like they brawled it out, and one killed the other. So she follows, one thing leads to another, his dad finds out, and instead of killing her, his son Lincoln takes a plea with his dad, and he basically gets hexed where he can't remember or tell anyone what happened that night. He can't even tell our main character. It's wild. So she's supposed to be the witch of the family that doesn't have any powers, and then one thing leads to another. She starts coming around Lincoln again when they're older, and her powers start to come out. Because they're destined, her powers were dormant because they're destined to be around each other and be with each other. When they get older, her powers just show up, basically. Which is wild and crazy to think about. And she's her sister, they're like triplets. She has 3 sisters, they're triplets. So one of her sisters is supposed to be the Prima, which is like, I guess, the main witch of their whole magical society and everything. One thing leads to another, and she becomes Prima in the end. So yeah, it's very good. The smut scenes are written very well in this book. I really enjoyed them. Her best friend is a succubus, and she's a bisexual succubus. It's freaking amazing. She gets hit on by a sexy vampire inside of a grocery store. Like, it's a very good romance book. If you're looking for a romance book that has magical elements like werewolves, vampires, succubus, angels. There's even angels. Her best friend is an angel protector. It's her other best friend. It's really cute and adorable. I thoroughly enjoyed these books that I have been reading so far. And then this morning I was reading it was like Zodiac something or another by Mr. Stan Lee and some other guy. The Zodiac Legacy Convergency. It's by Stan Lee and Stuart Moore. I was listening to that and I couldn't get into the book. No fault of the owner of the book. Like, I love Stan Lee's writing, but I prefer him in comic books instead of like a physical actual book. So I was browsing Libby. Couldn't really find anything on Libby that I wanted, so I went over to my Hoopla, and I own I'm Waiting for You and Other Stories by Kim Bao Young. I got it through a free little library. Get down! Get down! I got it through a free little library when I was in California. This book is actually in California. But I'm still trying to read my own TBR, even though if they're in California, if I can find the audiobook for them, I'm going to listen to them so I can just get them off of my physical TBR, because I have been trying to do that since last year. I got pretty good at doing it last year when by the beginning of this year, I believe I only had like 32 books left on my physical TBR. And of course, I've been buying books this year, so of course my tally has gone up, but still. So I'm reading that. So it's a sci-fi, I believe it's going to be like a sci-fi love story. That's what I've gathered so far. It's about a man who's out on a space mission. He is trying to get home to his fiance because they booked a wedding, and like just trials and tribulations of being in space is conflicting with them getting married, and he's just trying to get to her as fast as he can, and they keep telling him, well, now it's going to be this many years. Well, now it's going to be this many years, because when you're in space, obviously in most sci-fi, the timing is different from what it is down on Earth. And she's a pilot down on Earth, from what I've gathered so far. I could be completely wrong. I'm not that far into this book. I literally just picked it up a few minutes ago, and I am 5% into the book. I am literally not that far into this book, so. But I am really enjoying it so far. It's a very good sci-fi, I would say. But this is like the beginning of a random reading vlog. I don't know what I'm going to be putting in this reading vlog. I don't know how many books I'm going to read. But for right now, the first book I'm starting for this reading vlog is going to be I'm Waiting for You and Other Stories. So I will catch up with y'all when I have an update. I was listening to it while playing some Dreamlight Valley. I've been getting really far into my Dreamlight Valley game, but I really want to pick up Zelda. I've been craving a Zelda game, so I'm going to either pick up Tears of the Kingdom or Skyward Sword, or I might even go and play some Ocarina of Time, like replay it. We'll see what happens though. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I just know I'm in the mood to play some Zelda. Sorry if you heard all the noise. Little guy is going nutso. My AC keeps kicking on and off. You might hear the TV. I don't know what's happening. Sorry if there's too much background noise for y'all. But I do have a 4-year-old, so it's inevitable that there's going to be lots of noise. So I'm going to continue folding this laundry, then putting it away. I got to pick up the house just a little bit. It's not too bad today because I've been trying to keep up with it so I don't have to bust my ass freaking cleaning the house all the time. And I don't have to clean it like every day like I used to, because it's just me, my son, and my husband now. My sister decided to go back with her stupid ass ex, but I mean, she's adult. She made her own decision. What can you do? I try to help her, and she didn't want the help anymore, so we move on. That's all I'm gonna say. We move on. So I am going to finish this, put stuff away, fix my bookshelf over there because it's looking raggedy and it's bugging the living crap out of me. And I will chat with y'all when I have an update on whatever I'm reading and whatever is going on. Okay, bye. Good morning, everyone. It's about 11:17 in the morning. Yesterday I didn't update at all because it was Mother's Day and I was just spending the day with my family. My husband, me, and my son were just hanging out at home. We watched a couple movies. While my husband was making dinner, me and my son watched How to Train Your Dragon. We've watched it like multiple times. It was just something to watch and very fun. I love that movie. It's really cute and adorable. What else did we do? We just watched TV, a little bit of YouTube, and hung out. While they were just doing their thing too, I was playing my game. For the majority of the day, I played some Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I've been really craving playing a Zelda game lately. So I was like, you know what? Mother's Day, I'm not doing anything because I'm constantly doing stuff around this house. I'm either picking it up, I'm doing the dishes, I'm doing the laundry, making the beds, making everyone dinner, making everyone lunches, breakfasts, and all that stuff. So I was like, Mother's Day, I'm taking off. Y'all can do, like, my husband did dinner, he made breakfast, well, he didn't make breakfast for everyone, we just had donuts, and then he made lunch for everyone, basically. So yeah, it was a pretty cool day, relaxing. My mom and my stepdad came over to drop some stuff off for me for Mother's Day. It was really cute and adorable. They got me this mug. I can't remember what it says. I think best mama ever, or mama is the best. And it had a little, bear inside of it. It was so cute and adorable. And then they got me some roses, so pretty, and they smell so good. Let's see, after playing a while on Breath of the Wild, I was like, I should probably read something. So I put it down. Also, my hand was cramping because I have a Nintendo Switch Lite and I can't connect it to the TV. I was playing, also switching back and forth through the system and my wireless controller, but my hands kept cramping, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna read. So I picked up Festregrim on my Kindle. I am, as you can see, on page 200, 62% into the book. So this is the fourth book of the Eerie on the Sea series, so I can't talk much about it. Yes, am still reading this book through the library. I'm going to try to finish it this month because I've had it out from the library for the last 2 months now. I really need to finish it. It's not that I put it on the back burner or anything. Other books were not prioritized over this. I just really love and crave physical reading, but I really want to finish this book, and I've been talking with Bonnie and Alicia a lot lately, and Bonnie, of course, has been loving her Kindle, so it made me want to pick up my Kindle. And I just recently sent Alicia a Kindle because she was asking for a certain Kindle. I had it. It was just sitting in my drawer collecting dust. I wasn't going to use it. My husband wasn't going to use it. So if I knew, and I know Alicia would use it. So I was like, girl, you can have it. So I sent that to her with the pen because it is, it's a Kindle Scribe, the one you can annotate with. So I had sent her the pen with it, and her Arthur bookmark that I did for her and Bonnie. So yeah, awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna read. Making lunch right now for me and my son. I'm having some spicy chicken nuggets with tater tots, and he's having a pizza. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna read during lunch / watch Big Bang Theory because I have Big Bang Theory on, and I'll chat with y'all later. Hello everyone. So welcome to my laundry room. Y'all never been in here, but I need to swap out the laundry. We just came back inside. Little guy wanted to be outside and play, and then he just decided to come inside for some odd reason. So while we're inside, I'm going to swap the laundry out. It's later on in the day, obviously. It's about 3:32 in the evening, afternoon, whatever the hell you want to call it. And whilst I've been outside with little guy, I've been listening to Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood because I just got the audiobook this morning from the library. And I am currently on page 161, chapter 12. So far, this book is very funny. I have never read Ali Hazelwood before. This is my first Ali Hazelwood book. I own 2 of them. I own Love on the Brain and this one. I got Love Theoretically because I seen that someone compared it to Sheldon and Amy from The Big Bang Theory. And that's my all-time favorite show. So I was like, okay, of course, I need to read this book, like, right away. So I put a request in a while back to get the book, and it finally came in through the library. So that's a plus. And so this is about 2 scientists, one physicist, one's a theoretical physicist. I think it's really cool that she writes books about women in STEM, because not a lot of people do that. It's made me chuckle a couple times and made me be like, what, really? But other than that, it's probably going to be a 4-star for me, unless something happens to knock it down to a 3-star. So I'm going to start the dryer, wash my hands, and then make sure little guy's doing okay, and probably chill out and either watch some TV or pick up Festagrim. But I'll let you guys know probably tomorrow, or maybe possibly later on, what my plan is going to be. Okay, bye. Hello, good morning, everyone. So I didn't update anyone yesterday. I didn't update y'all after a certain point in time yesterday. Okay, there. So I made it to page 242 yesterday of Love Theoretically. That's chapter 17. This is very cute and funny. It's made me laugh like a lot, and I do see the comparison of him being Sheldon and her being Amy. I could totally see that, because like I literally watch Big Bang Theory almost every freaking day, so I know the characters. So yes, they're like Sheldon and Amy for sure. I read probably a couple more pages in Festagrim, not too much. But I need to pick up Festagrim today and like read it for sure. Right now I'm currently doing my TBR for the Breath of the Wild-a-thon because it's happening next month. And yeah, I need to do my TBR for that. I have physically, I have 3 books that I know of right now for the Breath of the Wild-a-thon. I just had to pick a Blood Moon card. So I'm gonna go to my bookshelves and find a childhood favorite, because that's a Blood Moon card I got. and figure out the one I have. But I gotta get off here. It's very early. Oh, 8:57. And I also got Alone with You. What are you waiting for? Good morning, handsome baby boy. So, this morning I got Alone with You in the Ether by Olive Blake. And I'm getting 2 packages today, and I'm super excited for them. And they're games for my Switch, new games for my Switch. So when I get them, I shall unbox them, and then I'll show you, and I'll probably be listening to, like, finishing Love Theoretically and starting Alone with You in the Ether. And I might find another book to read with that. And that'll probably be my reading for today. And then Festagram I'll probably read tonight before bed. So, yeah. But my other plans for today are just my normal. Pick up the house. I did laundry yesterday, so I don't have to do that today. Got to do a little bit of dishes. That's it. And then I gotta prep dinner. I am making beef and broccoli. So I'll show y'all what I do for prepping my beef and broccoli. And I'm gonna be making chow mein with it and white rice. That's what our dinner is going to entail. Little guy will probably have some chow mein and maybe some beef and broccoli. We'll see what happens. Sometimes he eats it, sometimes he doesn't. Hello, your tongue is blue. Is it from your drink? But, yes. So today, sorry, I didn't even tell you what today is. Today is Tuesday, May 14th. And on May 16th, I am going to be more of a complete wreck than what I am right now. And it's not going to be fun. One of my packages says it'll be delivered between 1 and 5 p.m. today. Hopefully it's delivered super soon. Okay, go find one. So when I'm going to be more of a complete wreck, like I said before, I got some really, 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 really horrible news. One of my older brothers passed away on the 10th. And, like, I have my up and down days. Like, it's usual to have up and down days. For the majority of the week, I have been completely blah. I have been still shocked. I feel a little numb, kind of. Like, my emotions are just going like this. So, on the 16th, it's the last episode of Young Sheldon. Like, the final episode. There's going to be no more. And this is his dad's funeral. So I know it's going to hit me pretty hard. Because I cry every time I watch the end of Big Bang Theory. I know I'm going to cry at the end of Young Sheldon. And it's just like the events that just happen in my life are what's happening in Young Sheldon. Crazy. But I shall get off here and chat with y'all when I do have an update on any sort of reading. And I will show you what I do to prep my meat. I'll show you later on what I do to prep my meat for the beef and broccoli. This is not a set recipe. I don't have any measurements. My mom, when we moved here, and we were staying with my mom. She made this for us, and then I got the recipe from her. I don't know where she got the recipe, but I got the recipe from her, and I just made it the other day, or not the other day, what, like 2 weeks ago, or at the beginning of this month, or at the end of last month I made it, and me and my husband. Hello everyone, don't mind my sink, I need to bleach it. It was stained like that when we moved in, but I still need to bleach it to make it a little bit more white than what it is. So I am going to show you how I prep my meat for the Beijing beef. So you're going to need Worcestershire sauce, 1 bottle, brown sugar, to your tasting. I pour this whole thing in. I put 1 scoop of brown sugar in. If it's still too salty, I'll add another scoop. Then you add your meat. The meat I'm using is stir fry, Angus. And I have slowly but surely been listening to Love Theoretically. I am currently, hold on one second, 97% into Love Theoretically. And I am really enjoying this book. It is super cute and adorable. Like I said before, totally Sheldon and Amy vibes. I'm glad that Jack finally told her the truth. I'm glad she finally found out the truth about her mentor. I just spilt Worcestershire sauce on myself. Like, I'm glad she found out the truth about everything. Her mentor, about Jack and his mom, and all of that stuff. So, I'm going to be using this one, and I believe this is a half of a cup or 1/4 of a cup of yeah, I think it's 1/4 because this is 1/3. So I'll be scooping my brown sugar out of this. You can do it any way you want. Like I said, to your liking, to your taste. If it's too salty, add more sugar. If it's not too salty and too sweet, that I don't know how to deduce from. Because like I said before, I got this recipe from my mom, and I don't know where she got the recipe. I don't remember last time how much I exactly put in here. So I'm just going to eyeball it and do 2 scoops. Put this on the counter just in case. Mix all of this up. And then when I'm done mixing this and then I have the meat in here soaking, I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil, and I'm going to set it in the fridge and let it marinate in the sauce until I have to cook it. And I'll show you all how I cook it also. Okay, let me get a spoon. Let's see how this tastes. I just dipped the spoon in. There's like a little bit here. I need just a tad bit more sugar. It's a little bit too salty for my taste. A tad bit more sugar. Measure with your heart and not your brain. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to open my stir-fry meat. You can use any meat you want. I just use this stir-fry meat because it's super thin and it's fast to cook because the broccoli I use is frozen broccoli that I can just heat up in the microwave real fast. So, stick the meat in. You don't have to pull it apart. I didn't pull it apart last time. It still turned out good, but I do want every single piece of meat to get soaked up inside of this. Back to the book. So, what's been happening lately? Jack and Elsie got together. They started fooling around smexily. I'll just say smexily for YouTube. And she caught feelings. He started catching feelings. Then she was at a party that he invited her to of a fellow scientist that she admired and offered her a job after she didn't get the fellowship that she wanted. And then she overheard one of his students talking to him, being like, why are you with her? You hate theoretical physicists, yada yada. So she confronts him later on when they're not at the party, and he basically tells her, the reason my mom couldn't further her career in physics was because of your mentor. I tried to do something about it, and I couldn't do it because I wasn't the victim, and his mom has passed away. She passed away when he was really, really young. And so he wrote this article to get her mentor fired and everything, which didn't happen. But then Elsie told him to leave. Hold on, I'm going to go throw this away. So basically, Elsie tells him to leave. One thing leads to another. She goes to her mentor to talk to him, and then she finds out by confronting him about getting or accepting the job with Georgia. And then he basically says, you're going to do what I tell you to do, and you're not going to accept this job, yada yada. She's like, you can't talk to me that way. He goes, I'm your mentor. I could talk to you any way I want. And then she basically just tells him, look, I'm taking the job. You're a piece of shit. And I don't want to see you ever again, basically. So where I just left off, she met with Georgia to tell her that she's accepting the job. Georgia is extremely happy. She ran into one of Jack's students, Michi. And she asked her where Jack is, and she goes, oh, I think he went home. So she's going to go to his house to talk to him, to confront him, to basically, I guess, profess her love for him. And then, so the meat's done. I just need to cover it in foil and put it in the fridge. So, they all, like, come out of this meeting, the faculty meeting, and I left off with her going to tell Jack how she feels about him. So I'm going to cover this in foil, put it in the fridge. I'm going to start cooking probably around 5:30ish. Because my husband is probably going to be working late, and he probably won't get home till 6. I don't know, I haven't asked him, but more than likely, because that's what he did yesterday. So I'll cook this. I'll show you how I cook this. I'll show you how I cook my chow mein. And I'm just going to probably do plain white rice as well. I don't know. We'll see. I'll ask my husband if he wants rice with it. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But with this and chow mein, I think it would be a pretty full meal. So I'm going to do that. I just remembered I don't have vegetable oil, and it calls for vegetable oil in chow mein. I'm just going to use olive oil, and I'm not going to have the heat turned up all the way like it normally has you do, because when you normally cook the chow mein, it wants you to have the heat on high. your flame on high. I'm going to do it on low or medium because olive oil takes longer to get warmed and everything. So I'm going to use olive oil, and if we like it with olive oil, I'll start using olive oil. I prefer olive oil over vegetable and canola oil, so hopefully it tastes good with olive oil. Oh, and since we're here, these are the roses that my mom and stepdad got me. Oh, they smell so good. I don't have a vase to put them in, so that sucks. Unless I put them outside. I have some succulents up front, so I might put it in there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to get off here, cover this up, put it in the fridge, continue my book. I'm almost done with it, and then I'm going to pick up Alone with You in the Ether. And my packages haven't came yet, so when they do come, I will unbox them for you and let y'all see what I got. Okay, bye! Hello, everyone. Got a package that came in. Stayed a bit outside just to talk to the Ups guy. He was not having a good day, he said. Probably should have offered him some water. If I see him again, I'll ask him if he would like some cold water. Okay, package that came in today was Bluey.
Bluey game?
Yeah, Mama got the Bluey game. We could play it later. You want to play this later?
Yeah, Mario.
And then I got Mario and Rabbids Spark of Hope.
You want to watch later?
So I got 2 new Switch games, and I am
What game?
highly possibly getting 2 more today. We'll see what happens. But I have been waiting for these packages all day. So I'm going to get off here. And I did finish Love Theoretically. I'm not going to rate it. And I'm currently listening to Alone with You in the Ether. But I'll chat with y'all later. The chapter name is The Heart of the Matter. So, Sebastian Ills has gone nutso inside of this book. Even more than the previous books, I will say. The Festergrim giant in this book reminds me of the Iron Giant so bad. So this is like a throwback to Iron Giant. It makes me want to watch the Iron Giant every time I read this book. It also makes me want to listen to like a ambiance that's by the sea, or like a pirate ambiance. There's actually this ambiance I love to listen to. It's Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. It's just the music. It's so freaking awesome and amazing. But I did get my second package today, and I'm excited. So let's open this up, and I shall show you my other games I got. So I didn't pay for these at all. My company I get my Wi-Fi from, the longer you stay a customer, the longer you pay your bill on time or pay your bill ahead of time. They'll give you gift cards to things. We got our first gift card, and our gift card was for Best Buy, a $200 gift card to Best Buy. I've probably said this previously, but I'm saying it again. If you don't want to hear it, skip this part. Skip to what part? I don't know, because I'm not going to do all that math. That's not for me. So, yeah. Skip until you hear me not talking about how my Wi-Fi gave us this $200 gift card. We still have like 19 something left on the gift card. Sorry, I'm trying to open this package. It's not as easy as yesterday's package to open. I don't have scissors. I really don't want to get up. And I have nails, which makes it harder to open packages. Especially packages like this. I am struggling, but it's okay. Ooh. I like this board. Sorry, I've been trying to catch up on my Monopoly Go game. I haven't played in a while, so I need to catch up. And I just seen a board that I like. Oh, yeah, okay, I finally got it open. This package is really dirty. It's very dirty, and I don't like that. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I shall be right back. Hands. I know yesterday I was supposed to show you all me cooking my dinner and everything. So the reason I didn't do that was it was getting late, for one. For two, my little man decided to do some crazy and outrageous stuff, so I had to not record, make dinner, and watch him at the same time to make sure he didn't do what he was doing previously. It wasn't nothing like super dangerous or anything. I just didn't want him, whatever he was doing was gonna get him hurt. Not like super bad hurt, but like hurt enough to where he would cry and be upset. And I didn't want that to happen. So yeah, that's why I didn't film me cooking. If I needed to film myself cook, or if y'all need to see me cook, just let me know down in the comments, and I will do that for you in the next video. So, the games I have gotten, the last two games I've gotten is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. And it's surprising that I don't have this one yet, but I don't. Oh my god! The stuff on this is... Let me find my pen, because the seal on this one is tight. Let me take the plastic off. Ooh. This is definitely a new game. You can smell it. It has new game smell. So open up. Ooh. I like the background on this. And the little Switch game looks super cute.
It's so cute.
So cute. I know, so cute, huh? And then the next game I got, I will take out the plastic so you don't get a glare.
Oh my gosh.
Can you get down, please?
It's oh my gosh.
It's Oh Me Glob.
It's
And I've been wanting this game forever. This is one of the games I was supposed to play with my brother, but we didn't get a chance to play before he passed away. Not to bring the mood down, but I got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I can't play with my brother Josh though, but you know, my boy Link's got to be there at the forefront. And let's open it up. Ooh, just reminds me of classic Smash Bros. And I can't wait to see what free character you get, because you always get a free character to start the game off with. And I can't wait to see who I got. I forgot to ask my brother, both of my brothers, or actually all three of my brothers, who they got, because I'm pretty sure my brother Jacob has a Switch by now and this game, because we all grew up playing this game on the Nintendo GameCube. So I'm gonna pop this in my Switch and I am going to play it, and probably just continue to watch some YouTube videos, and I'll possibly listen to Alone With You in the Ether while I make dinner and read some Festagram before bed. I am almost done with Festagram. I'm like I said, at 80 whatever %. But I really don't feel like reading right now, so I'm not going to force myself to read. I understand this is a reading vlog, but I did read a little today in a Festagram. It's not like I haven't read nothing. And I finished a book yesterday and started another book yesterday and made it 40-something% into that book that I started yesterday. And I read a little bit of Fester Grimm. Well, not a little bit. I read a lot of Fester Grimm yesterday before bed. So if I pick it up, you'll find out in the next clip. For me, it'll be another day. For you, not that long.